I'm
You're
tired.
good? Tired?
Very
It's been
tired.
a busy Sunday.
Yes.
It was our mission cantata
Yes.
and baptism Sunday. So there was just so much going on today.
And we had kids' church.
And you had kids' church.
All day long. Can you believe it?
Yesterday, you had Fall Fest.
I did have Fall Fest yesterday.
Okay, tell me, how did it go?
It went really, really well.
Okay.
I'm very pleased with it. It was a little crazy because the event was planned outside.
Yes.
And then when I woke up in the morning, there was a 70% chance of rain during the event.
Now, Florida's typical where the weather changes a lot.
Yes.
But
you can't risk it.
you can't risk it.
And I think, so it was all a timing issue. So the
Okay.
event started at 3,
Yes.
but the bounce house rentals were coming at 11.
Okay.
So for
Wow.
us to strike the sanctuary would take at least an hour, hour and a half. So I had to make a call at 8:30 in the morning about what the weather was going to be like at 3 in the afternoon.
Now, how did you feel about it? What was your thoughts and your feelings at that moment when you were like, oh my goodness, we had a plan for outside and then you had to plan it for the inside?
I wasn't upset that we were moving it. I knew that we could do it.
Yeah.
It was just like my volunteers weren't scheduled to come in until later. I
Like-
was getting there
like me?
early. Yeah. I was getting there early to do some stuff, but I wasn't going to have a team there 7 hours before the event started.
Yeah.
So I had to make calls, try and get people down to the church to stack
Yeah.
chairs and clear the sanctuary and stuff like that. So it was like, I knew the event would be fine, but it's like, you make the snap decision, you have to decide what you're going to do and stick to it. Like, there's no
Yeah.
turning back from it.
Yeah.
And then you have to, get people to help you come in and pull it off.
Yeah.
Hours before they were planning to be
Yeah.
there.
And that's probably the hardest thing too.
Yeah. And with an event like this, it's a lot of logistics
Yeah.
and, just to be honest, a lot of things that I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know the electricity of our building.
Of
I
course.
don't... Not my skill set, you know what I mean? So it was all just totally a God thing, because there were 100 things that could have gone really, really wrong, but everything kind of fell into place.
But it was amazing.
It was a great day.
It was a great time.
It was so,
okay,
so
so
good.
this is our biggest event.
Yes, our biggest outreach.
Outreach. So our outreach, so tell me the rundown of the service.
Of the service.
From the beginning to the end.
Of the whole event.
The whole event.
Okay, so they come in,
Okay.
they fill out a registration form,
Okay.
which allows us to keep an accurate count
Uh-huh.
of how many people are there, and it allows us to have some information about them that we can reach out to them later on.
Yeah.
So they come in, they register,
Okay.
they go to a 20-minute service,
Okay.
no more than 15, 20 minutes.
Man, that's so fast.
It's very fast. It's very intense. So basically, my worship team does 2 fast songs, dancing, singing, all the things. I do a 5 to 10 minute salvation message.
Okay.
From that point, they receive tickets on their way out, and they are released to go participate in the activities. So they walked through the church into our sanctuary, which had bounce houses,
Yeah.
then into the cafe, which we were supposed to have trunk or treat. So we had to ask all of our trunk or treat people to not put in their trunk, but to tape up their decorations on a wall. And we set up game stations like
Yeah.
that. And then we had free snacks, popcorn, cotton candy, and snow cones for everyone in attendance. And we had a special area for just the little guys, so 4 and under, had a special area just for them, which was really cool. And we also had 3 food trucks.
Wow.
Yes,
There's a lot going on.
a lot going on.
A lot going on. Now, what's your favorite part about the whole night?
When I'm done preaching, because I preached for 2 hours.
So, okay, Pastor Terry said today that was 4 services.
We
Was
did.
it 4 or 3?
4. We had to add a 4th because
Really?
of so many people. So what we ended up doing, the services originally had been spaced out 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Every 45 minutes we were doing a service. We ended up having to change that to every 30 minutes, which if the service is 20 minutes, you dismiss.
Yeah.
Getting people out takes a few minutes. Getting people in takes a few minutes.
Takes a few minutes.
So it's really back to back. So for 2 hours, my team and I did worship and preaching, worship and preaching, worship and preaching.
Yeah.
4 times.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's
Yeah.
hard to do.
It was a lot.
So my favorite part is always every year is when I'm done with that and I get to go walk around.
Yes, because you see the kids.
Because I get to see the kids.
The
you
little
know, like I
kitties.
can see the kids when I'm teaching.
Yeah.
But they're like sitting in chairs. Like you don't really get to see
Yeah.
their costumes. You don't get to
Yeah.
talk to them. Like I like to go around and talk to the kids about their
Yeah.
costumes and stuff.
Yeah.
So that was fun to go and actually see like all the work that had been put in.
Yeah.
I couldn't see any of it when the event started. I didn't know how it was working.
Yeah.
So being able to go over there and see that people were having fun, that the kids were enjoying it.
Yeah.
That was really cool. And then we had to clean up, which I was like not into.
Which was actually pretty fast.
I was blown away. We asked anyone we could find, please don't leave after the event is over. Please stay, because we have to completely get the sanctuary ready and the cafe ready for Sunday morning,
Which
came real early.
early.
So, but we actually finished all the cleanup in an hour and 15 minutes. We completely
Wow.
cleaned everything up and put the church back together
Wow.
in an hour and 15 minutes.
And honestly, there was a big mess.
It was a huge mess. There was
Like
trash.
popcorn, cotton candy.
There was candy stuck to
candy.
the cement floor in the sanctuary, like candy like someone had stepped on and it got stuck to the floor. So we're scrubbing floors.
Yeah.
But it was fast because so
Yeah.
many people stayed. That was the really cool part, was that all of the people that came out and served at the event, like were
Yeah.
just in it. They were just in it.
Yeah,
They just wanted to make it happen.
Yeah, I think what's so cool about this event is none of the people that came yesterday you see on a Sunday or even on a Wednesday service. So it's so cool that we're able to bring new people from the community inside of the church, because I
Yeah.
mean, you know, what else is going to bring them to the church?
No, it's so true. And, you know, Pastor Terry has a philosophy
Yeah.
that we don't do anything without an altar call.
Yeah.
Nothing without an altar call.
Yeah, and he said that today too.
I bet he did. So he says that all the time. So it was just really, really cool to like, not only did they get to see our church, did they get
Yeah.
to see our people, but they had an opportunity to hear the gospel for what could have been the first time
Yeah.
for some people.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
So my last question.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said that you take little registration cards.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how many of those people, do you know, like how many of those people come on a Sunday?
Okay, so here's the thing about that. And
Explain
this
to
is
me.
a very specific kids pastor skill.
Okay.
I know all the kids that go to this church.
Of course.
I see them every week. So I can go through the list and
Yeah.
I will recognize their names.
Wow.
I'll know who they are.
Yeah.
And I can tell when they don't come. No other pastor on staff would be able to do that.
Yeah.
I'm sure Pastor Brandon could do it with the teenagers.
Of course.
But my department is very specific. So like even the little kids, I don't serve in the nursery. Like I'm in kids church with our elementary age, but I know the families.
Yeah.
So there is a way to find out. Like we could
Yeah.
go and look all of them up in the system.
Yeah.
But no, when we count, we usually count just the total number.
Now, how many people total?
Okay, so if I had to guess, because I haven't counted my registration forms yet, because I collapsed into my bed last night and woke up very early for church this morning. But if I had to guess, I would say it was somewhere between 800 and 1,000 people. Because Children's Church, we had our regular kids' church seating, which seats 200.
Yeah.
Then we had chairs set up. So there were roughly, and some of the services were standing room only. So there were roughly 200 to 250 people in every service.